Alright, we're going to be taking a look at SolidWorks today. We're going to be creating the first sketch that we need to use to create this three-dimensional puzzle piece. The first thing that we're going to do is open SolidWorks. We have the 2017 edition here, and we're going to create a new part. It's going to be a three-dimensional part. When your new part opens up, our screen should look like this, where we've got a bunch of tabs across the top here and nothing in the center of the page. All of these tabs can be a little intimidating, but we got to keep in mind that we're only using these two, Sketch and Features, for right now. Before we can do anything in our Features menu, we need to create a sketch. Our sketch is going to involve these drawing tools that we have here on the top of the page. We're going to be starting with the center rectangle. You take a look at the different types of rectangles we have by clicking the drop down arrow. We want the center rectangle. As soon as we pick that tool, our screen's going to change and ask us to pick which plane we want to draw on. Depending on the type of part that you're creating, that may dictate what plane you're going to use. For this project, I would recommend the top plane. With our center rectangle tool selected, we want to start by creating a rectangle directly from the origin, where our two red arrows meet. That is the 0, 0 point, or the origin of our plane. We click the mouse one time here, drag our mouse out, and click one time where you want this corner to end. At this point, we've got a square drawn, and we can press the Escape button on the keyboard. Top left corner, it says ESC. At this point, we've got a rectangle made of 4 solid blue lines and 2 dotted blue lines. Those dotted lines are going to keep this so that our size for any parallel lines are going to be the same. We're going to click one of these lines and take a look at what our length is here. Our length says right now that it's a little over 6 inches. We want to make this 50. I'm going to type in 50 and press the Enter button. At this point, we can see this rectangle gets a whole lot bigger, and we now need to zoom out so that we can see everything on our page. In order to zoom in SolidWorks, you'll want to roll the wheel on your mouse. When you roll that wheel up, it's going to zoom out. When you roll the wheel down, it's going to zoom in. Specifically, it's going to zoom to wherever your arrow is on the screen. So you got to be a little bit careful with that, because if you zoom off into a corner, you can lose your part and cause some panic. If that happens, there's a very simple solution. Simply double click the wheel on your mouse, center wheel on the mouse, double click that, and it will bring your part right back to the middle of the page. Now we're going to click on the other line that we haven't adjusted yet and make that one 50 as well. We've now got a 50 by 50 square. We're going to stop at this point.